Jacob Riis was known for using his photography skills to bring attention to the poor in New York City. Riis immigrated to the United States from Denmark in 1870. When he arrived in New York City, he lived in one of the city's cramped and disease-ridden tenements. After working numerous jobs, he became a journalist in training at the New York News Association. When working for the New York Tribune as a police reporter, he would travel to the impoverished parts of the city. Riis wanted a way to shine light on those who struggled in a direct and simple manner, something more detailed than writing. He taught himself photography to stress a situation he knew all too well. His photographs show the lives of the lower class in New York City. He brought attention to the living conditions of the poor people to the upper middle class in an attempt to alleviate the severity of the bad situation. Riis was one of the first to use flash photography, causing him to be considered one of the fathers of photography. Using flash gave him the ability to photograph dark street corners or alleyways. This photograph, titled "Street Arabs in Sleeping Quarters, Church Corner," was taken in 1889 and is a good example of how he would use flash. In the photo, there are three boys huddled together in a corner, pretending to be asleep. His use of flash highlights their bare feet in the dirt on and around them. He takes this photo at a lower angle, allowing the viewer to feel more as an equal to the boys rather than a superior. Doing so lets the situation feel more real to the audience. This ethically evaluative and explanatory photo is capturing what it is like for poor children and shames society for not helping those that need it most. I found this picture taken in 1889 entitled "Shoemaker, Broome Street" interesting because it emphasizes the poor conditions people were made to work in. On the right side, basic needs can be seen, such as bedding and pillows and clothing, while the man on the left works within the confines of the chair he is sitting on. Again, the flash allows the detail provided in this photo. Without it, the viewer wouldn't be able to see the entirety of the man's surroundings or even that the man was working on the sole of a shoe, along with the lower level shot still making the viewer feel like the man is an equal rather than an inferior. In this photo, titled "Shooting Craps, the Game of the Street," photographed in 1894, you can see 5 boys playing on the side of an alleyway. At the center of the photo, but on the right, is the silhouette of a man. The brightness being on the boys causes them to still be the focus of the image. This picture, unlike the others, is taken at a slightly higher angle, but still a distance away, making the audience feel like an onlooker walking past, while still letting them feel like they are in the same alley as the boys. Another photo I found intriguing is the picture titled "The Baby's Playground," taken in 1889. In the scene, there's a baby in a rundown house. Riis again uses the low angle to have the audience and the child on the same level, making the audience more understanding and sympathize more. The harsh lighting shows the worn down floors and walls. Meanwhile, the lack of a lot of surroundings highlights the loneliness of the child. Jacob Riis had all of his photos published in articles. They were explanatory by showing the rich what life was like for the poor, but also ethically evaluative because he used them to condemn the rich and question society. I chose Jacob Riis for this project because his photographs are authentic and thought-provoking.